Welcome! When we ended last time, we had completed our Farmer Gnome doll, and now we're making some accessories. So for our hoe, my husband built this, and he cut a blade out of some galvanized metal, and he also cut a little collar for the pole. Now, the blade he added on a small post, which he then drilled the dowel handle. Carefully. A clamp may have been better, but he trusts his skill. Then he attached the collar around the end of the tapered dowel, and he had just whittled that down some and sanded it. So once the galvanized hoe blade was attached, I then painted it a beige. And then I painted the metal a black, just to take some of that shine off of it and make it look more aged. Once it was all painted and dried, then I added some antique wax to both the handle and the blade in order to make it look worn and used. This is called Antique Brown, and I picked it up on Amazon. I will put links to any products in my description. After I finished this hoe, I worked on the vegetables for his other accessory, a basket. So I had some air dry clay. I just keep it in a bag here so it doesn't dry out on me. And I made some carrots, and once they were shaped in various carrot sizes, I then give them little imprints, marks, because nothing ever grows perfect shape in the garden. I made some carrots, I made a cabbage, some cucumbers, tomatoes, several vegetables to fill the basket. So with all the vegetables, I just give them little imprints to make them not look perfect. For the cabbage, I just kept adding flat leaves, cabbage leaves, and making it bigger around that way, the same as it actually does grow or look in your garden. Now this basket I crocheted from paper yarn. Link will be in the description. I didn't have a pattern, I just winged it. And then I added some Mod Podge stiffener to it so that it would keep its shape. Once the vegetables were all dry, I then painted them, just mixing some colors and trying to make it as realistic looking as they do. I do garden, so I'm familiar with seeing all of these vegetables growing. I just try to match the colors, of course adding some darker, lighter spots, because nothing ever grows perfectly. Now for the carrot leaves, I just used some fake plastic leaves from some flowers I have here on hand. And I just painted them the green. Now, once everything was all dry, I placed them in the basket. And once I was happy with the placement in there, then I just glued everything down to secure it. Okay, his accessories are done. Now let's make him a little platform. So I had some felt, a wood circle, and then some grippy material for the bottom. So I was just covering this wood circle, which is from, I believe, a wood kit I got at the thrift store just to have those wood pieces. So I'll trim this up. The gnome does stand on his own, but I wanted to have something that kept his hoe attached to him, so I made this little platform. Now I'm just going to glue his feet on it. Then I will glue the hoe to it as well and attach the hoe to his arm. Then I'm just going to glue the basket to his other arm and also a little bit to his body just to secure it better. And that is Farmer Gnome completed. I hope you enjoyed his series of videos, and if you did, you might like this video on my fly fisherman gnome that I made previously. Thank you for watching.